Let's talk quarterbacks. Okay, so little music going here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it finds you. Welcome to Raw Dogs Radio, where we talk about the Browns and other teams too, depending on how I feel. So, PJ Walker, as gritty of a performance as he's put up the past two games coming off the practice squad, he's 2-0, and we're winning in spite of him, and people feel that we can do a lot better. I respect what he's done for us the past 2 weeks. I respect his grittiness, his determination. I've already spoken on areas where he can improve, but I'm pretty sure people have already told him that. So it is what it is. So since we need a backup quarterback, I had to look at our cap space right now, which is at, you could say, $35 million. All right. So as we talked about last time we were here, we talked about getting a backup quarterback for Deshaun Watson, at least probably to finish out the season. But who would we get? And of course, Kirk Cousins was mentioned, and I kind of rode with that. But let's be honest, the Vikings are not going to give away Kirk Cousins for a 4th or 5th round pick, let alone a 3rd. So let's be realistic. Now, the Titans, they're having a fire sale. They've given up on the season. They're done. They benched Ryan Tannehill. All right. And we can afford them, although our cap number will be tight. Ryan Tannehill, as you can see, his base salary is $27 million, which will put us right up against the cap. I mean, Derrick Henry is cheaper at $10 million, but we more so need a quarterback than we need a running back. And I'm pretty sure we could clear some cap space if we could get both of them. But the thing is, the Titans are not going to give Derrick Henry up for cheap. You can forget that. Ryan Tannehill, you could probably get at the highest a 3rd round pick. At the highest. But on average, considering how he's benched, a 4th, 5th rounder would be just about right. Maybe a 4th and a 7th for next year. But I think Ryan Tannehill would make an excellent veteran backup right now. And then, of course, next year you can readjust his salary, because I doubt very highly anybody's going to be licking their chops over Ryan Tannehill. So you can probably adjust that if you decide to keep him on for a few more, another year. But in case you don't want to go that route, here's some backup quarterbacks, courtesy of CBS Sports 2023 NFL backup quarterback rankings. Panthers, Steelers, 49ers among teams with top insurance options. Yes. So let's see who is available and who's not. Now, understand some of this news is old. All right, like start of the season, because some of these guys are starting, so they're off the list. But we'll read the stats on them anyway, just for stuffs and giggles. And yes, I'm wearing the Kool-Aid Mafia hoodie. Find that on G Bus's channel, The Barbershop. Got the logo. All right, so got Andy Dalton for the Panthers, which I doubt he's going anywhere because they definitely need him to help mentor Bryce Young. So we'll just read the stats on him anyway, which I wouldn't mind having Andy Dalton. It just depends on if his tape looks good. Long the model for just good enough starting quarterbacks, Dalton has endured backup stops that were both okay, Dallas, poor, Chicago, well, that's Chicago, and surprisingly strong, New Orleans. At 35, he still got solid touch, and there isn't a more accomplished veteran number 2, considering his 162 career starts and 5 winning seasons as a top guy. Carolina couldn't have done much better finding a respected veteran voice for behind number one pick Bryce Young. Now let's hope Young has a setup to stay upright himself. And, Andy Dalton would be bad, but they're not going to let him go. And, of course, our main guy here, Jacoby Brissett, set to open behind the young Sam Howell. Brissett has the 4th game of conservative timely picks to last as of QB1. But he's also been a calm, collected presence in several extended emergency spots, like in Indy and Cleveland. Even those with high hopes for Howell wouldn't be shocked to see Brissett suit up as the Commanders' QB1 before the year's out. Yeah, because Sam Howell's taking a beating, and it's affecting his play. He's starting to play very erratic. He started off promising, and then the beatings are starting to get to him psychologically. That's what I see. Sam Darnold, 49ers, who I think Sam Darnold, he got a raw deal in his career. He went to the Jets, who were just abysmal. I mean, they had the number 2 pick. They were worse than us. They were abysmal. And then they did try to build a team around him. And then he went to Carolina. And, Matt Rule, can you really say that Sam Darnold didn't have success in Carolina with that trash team? And now he's in San Francisco and he's running that offense and looking very, very smooth. But the Niners probably wouldn't let him go for anything less than a 3. Jacoby Brissett, you can probably get him for a 5th. All right. You can probably give him a 5th, maybe a 6th and a 7th. Be generous. Let's see. The ex-Jets first rounder has no doubt been spotty in 55 career starts, albeit for rebuilding organizations. But he beat out former number 3 pick Trey Lance this summer, proving he still got a starting caliber arm and underrated pocket mobility in a more QB-friendly system. Brock Purdy is clearly Kyle Shanahan's guy in San Francisco, but coming off of elbow surgery, keep in mind this was before the season started. It's very possible he'll need relief at some point. There's really no better place for Darnold to revive his reputation before a return to the market in 2024. Hold on, let's see. When was this published? Okay, September 5th. Okay, so at the start of the season. All right, right before the season started. All right, so Sam Darnold from the Niners, yeah, they probably want a 3rd, but it's like what they want to part with him. Taylor Heineke, Falcons. Now, if you know anything about what's going on down here in Atlanta, man, Desmond Ridder is just getting crucified out here. I thought Marcus Mariota was getting daggers. Desmond Ridder is getting swords. Still well liked in Washington for his spunky leadership, Heineke's gun-ho mentality lends itself to mercurial passing. But like timeline journeyman Ryan Fitzpatrick, long time. Journeyman Ryan Fitzpatrick, I'm multitasking in my brain here. He's perfect as long as he's coming off the bench, providing energy like a relief pitcher. Tyler Heineke, yeah. If you can get him for a 6, sure. You can get him for a 6, sure. 6 is not going to kill you. The main thing is you need a guy with an NFL arm with some accuracy, at least 65% accuracy, passing down past 15 yards. And Tyler Heineke, he's shown that he can throw on the run, which is what you need behind our rickety offensive line. All right, so number 5, Teddy Bridgewater, Lions, and that's a hell no for me. The one-time Viking starter is too conservative and injury-prone to warrant a full-time gig anymore, but he's flashed as a capable mid-term fill-in for playoff-caliber lineups, most notably going 5-0 for the Saints back in 2019. Yeah, but that was 2019. Like, damn, that was 4 years ago. With Nate Sudfeld and rookie Hendon Hooker both sidelined with injuries of their own, he's locked in as the emergency man behind Goff. So he's not going anywhere, and he can stay there. We don't need him. Gardner Minshew, Colts. And, of course, we all know what Gardner Minshew can do. So he's not going anywhere. Well, let's read the scouting report anyway. I want to read them all. I'm just enjoying it. His previously underrated track record as a starter took a slight hit in 2022 when he went 0-2 for an injured Jalen Hurts in Philly. but Minshew is never lacking for grit and downfield touch. He'll provide savvy leadership behind surprise rookie Anthony Richardson, whose sheer rushing talent should give him a higher floor than expected in 2023. And of course, this scouting report is correct. Number 7, Tyler Huntley, Ravens. And of course, I say no to him too. We've seen what Tyler Huntley can do, and it is not pretty. An improbable Pro Bowl pick for his relief of Lamar Jackson in 2022, Huntley has thrown more interceptions, 7, than touchdowns, 5, in just 15 career games. But at 25, with above average dual threat traits, he's already proven capable of guiding a path to the playoffs. Yeah, but do understand when Tyler Huntley was when he was starting with the Ravens, they were a running driven team. They were a power running team. They were an RPO offense. They didn't rely too much on Lamar's arm. I mean, now they are, and he's showing that he can actually throw the football. But if Tyler Huntley stepped in now with this offense, I don't think they would. It wouldn't be a matter of receivers dropping balls. I can tell you that much. Tyrod Taylor, Giants, who's been starting. So, I mean, it's a shame that we let him go because of the whole Baker Mayfield situation. I really thought that we should have kept him, but you can't have him, the former starter, now the backup behind Baker. It would be weird in the quarterback room. The former Bills standout hasn't been an efficient multi-game starter in more than half a decade, and he's recently struggled to stay healthy. But he does everything serviceably, and his 53 career starts plus a playoff run give him an edge and legit experience. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Tyrod Taylor, if he played one more game while Josh Allen? No, not Josh Allen. I don't even know the Giants quarterback's name. He is that forgettable. Brown, whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if once he was healthy, they let Tyrod Taylor play one more game just to see. Because, I mean, it's clear the Giants made a mistake in giving that dude that money. Number 9, Jameis Winston, which is a double, triple, quadruple, hell no. Injuries and turnover sprees have temporarily halted his days as a QB1, but Winston still has unteachable size and arm talent. Yes, so does Jamarcus Russell. When healthy, as he showed in his first half year starting under Sean Payton, he can also take care of the ball for a winning team. Yeah, but you have to be a power running team. You can't be a team that throws it at least 30 times a game. Please, there'll be at least 16 picks in that. Number 10, Mitch Trubisky, Steelers, who, with our defense, because you don't need for the quarterback to turn the ball over. You need them to take care of the football. Take care of the football. You make your right reads, move the chains. I don't care if you kick 20 field goals. At least you didn't turn over the ball and you led us to a scoring drive. I mean, hell, we mainly beat the Niners on field goals, and we definitely beat the Colts with field goals. I mean, I'm sure there were touchdowns in the game, but field goals, our field goal kicker, D-Hop, he's been doing great. The ex-Bear starter is just a bit too off the mark in tight spots to maintain a full-time gig, but he's a good athlete who can move a good supporting cast if given the chance, making him a rock-solid emergency plan behind Kenny Pickett in Pittsburgh, who's not going anywhere unless he gets hurt. Jarrett Stidham, Broncos. And yeah, I like Jarrett Stidham. The former fourth rounder never caught on as a Tom Brady successor in New England, but he came alive in brief work replacing Derek Carr in 2022, showcasing on-the-move confidence. Sean Payton likes him a lot as Russell Wilson's well-paid backup plan. Well, how much does Jarrett Stidham make? Let's take a look at this. Nope, I spelled his name wrong. Hold on. All right, there we go. Jarrett Stidham. He is making $5 million. Okay. All right, he's making $5 million. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not too much. But it's not too little. All right. It's about what you would pay for an average backup quarterback that shows a moniker of success. All right, so Marcus Mariota, Eagles, hell no. Whether in Tennessee, Las Vegas, or Atlanta, Mariota has never been truly consistent through the air, requiring strong ground support. Yet his own legs remain a big weapon, and in a Philly lineup that can run the ball, his aerial flaws could be masked. No, thank you. C.J. Beathard, Jaguars. Jarrett Stidham, let me get back. Jarrett Stidham, he's a former fourth rounder. You could probably get him for the same amount. Maybe a fourth and a sixth of next year's draft. All right. C.J. Beathard, Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence's number 2 for the last 2 years. He endured injury-riddled 49ers lineups at the start of his career, most notably throwing 6 touchdowns and 0 picks during 6 appearances in 2020. Kyle Shanahan has always spoken highly of his vision, but he didn't keep him. Davis Mills, Texans. So, wait a minute. C.J. Beathard, would I take a chance on him? If I can't get him for a fifth, no. Davis Mills, Texans. Technically battling rookie C.J. Well, keep in mind, September 5th. We know C.J. Stroud won the job. Mills was in an almost impossible spot during his first 2 seasons, working with a makeshift offense. Turnovers have bitten him at bad times, but he still stands tall and boasts a solid arm. If I can't get him for a fourth. Cooper Rush, Cowboys. Now, after 4 years with hardly any action in Dallas, Rush went a combined 5-1 in place of an injured Dak Prescott from 2021 to 2022. Though he's a straightforward pocket passer, he proved willing to look downfield and feed his playmakers while on the field. Cooper Rush is making $2.5 million. It's not bad. I would take a chance on Cooper Rush. You probably have to give up a third for him. But, I mean, he's shown he can play. So, I think it'd be worth it, but you would have to keep him, though. You have to re-sign him. Mike White, Dolphins. The numbers aren't glowing for the 6-year reserve. 8 touchdowns and 12 interceptions with a 2-5 record as a starter. But he showed lots of toughness and briefly elevated the Jets while replacing Zach Wilson from 21 to 22. Miami is betting on that swagger, considering he's the most experienced insurance for one of the biggest medical concerns in the league and starter Tua Tagovailoa. They're not going to give up on Mike White, so that's off the table. Drew Lock, Seahawks. He was also, I believe, off the table because of the style of offense that the Seahawks play. They need for Geno Smith to be mobile. They buy him time. They roll him out so he can have passing lanes. But the thing with a mobile quarterback is there are times they get hurt. So you're going to need a good backup quarterback. So Drew Lock, he's not going anywhere, but we'll read his scouting report anyway for its and giggles. A true gunslinger, for better and worse. The ex-Broncos starter didn't get a chance to suit up for a Seattle debut thanks to Geno Smith's breakout. But if you need someone who can sling it anywhere on the field, he's still got the arm for it. Okay, we already know about DTR. All right. Nick Mullins, Vikings. I wouldn't. He hasn't played in a long time. Plus, he's got age on him. Let's see how old Nick Mullins is. Nicky Mullins. Yep, did I spell it? I didn't spell it. Hold on. I know I'll just add the S when I post it. All right, Nick Mullins, he is 28 years old, 5 years in the league. Yeah, his salary is just $2 million. All right, I mean, that's not bad. So BYU rookie Jaren Hall probably offers more upside with his athletic profile, but Mullins has proven before he's capable of throwing in a pinch, most notably during 16 separate and gutsy starts as a 49ers injury replacement from 17 to 20. And he didn't do too bad. So, yeah, I mean, if you can get him for a fifth, for the highest, but if you can get him at a fifth, then sure. This one here, Bailey Zappi. I don't know what the hell is going on with the Patriots, but Bailey Zappi appears to be a very serviceable backup quarterback, but he's playing up under Bill Belichick, who is just eating Mac Jones to death. Him and Bailey Zappi. He is eating these quarterbacks. He's destroying them. The 2022 fourth rounder will technically not even open his second year on the active roster after demotion to the scout team. But he briefly showed more life than ailing starter Mac Jones as a rookie, adding swagger and efficiency to a broken offense. You can get him for a fifth. Nothing higher. I mean, he was a fourth rounder. I mean, I guess that would be a fair trade. But how much is a backup quarterback worth, especially one that you're probably expecting to start till middle of December? If you ice Deshaun Watson down, Zach Wilson of the Jets, I'm not even gonna bother. It was a waste of time. Easton Stick, Chargers, entering year 5. Stick has thrown just a single NFL pass. The former NDSU title winner has already had respected pocket movement and leadership, and he's drawn positive spring reports taking over for the departed Chase Daniel. So he has no game experience whatsoever. Next, Sean Clifford starting the way Jordan Love is looking out there. So this is a no coming from the Packers and us too. The fifth round rookie out of Penn State is set to be the top backup for new starter Jordan Love, even though he's slightly older at 25. His fundamentals drew heavy criticism coming out of college, but he showed legit playmaking ability in the preseason. Yeah, so did Dorian Thompson-Robinson, and we know how that turned out. Malik Willis, Titans. The Liberty product was mostly listless as a rookie, scrambling around while replacing an injured Ryan Tannehill. Hence, Tennessee trading up for second rounder Will Levis this year. But he also had a bad setup and still boasts top tier elusiveness. So, in other words, he's a running quarterback, and that's the last thing we need. It's just somebody that runs around the field. We ain't got time for that. Blaine Gabbert, Chiefs. After 4 years in Tampa Bay, including 3 as Tom Brady's backup, the ex-Jaguar starter is replacing Chad Henne as Patrick Mahomes' insurance. He's not seen much action in 3 years and probably has limited upside, but he knows the game and he can stay right there in Kansas City because Blaine Gabbert he's scared to take a hit. This guy threw off his back foot more than any other quarterback I've ever seen in my life. No, thank you. Kyle Allen, Bills. He failed to stick as a starter for the ailing Texans in 2022, but the former undrafted reserve fared better than expected despite dire surroundings with Washington and the Panthers. He should enjoy Buffalo, resting behind Josh Allen. Yeah, don't nobody want you, Kyle. You're good. Tyson Bagent, who is starting, and I believe he's 2-0? After Chicago cut former XFL star PJ Walker, it's the undrafted rookie's time to shine behind Justin Fields. That kid is undrafted rookie. Who knows how he'll fare against the legit NFL speed coming out of Division II Shepherd? Well, he's faring very well. But he at least showed some moxie and mobility in the preseason. That kid is showing a true ability to play. He's got wheels. He's out there looking like a right-handed Steve Young. He is doing very nice for the Bears. Brian Hoyer, Raiders, no thank you, going on 38, and that's why you don't want him starting more than a game or two. In fact, it's been 6 years since he started multiple games. The ex-Patriots mainstay knows Josh McDaniel's system, but sharp rookie Aiden O'Connell should probably be QB2 already. Of course, we already know about what's going on with the Cardinals. We sent them Josh Dobbs and this Clayton Tune guy. He's the third. He's the backup to the backup, so no thank you. Kyle Trask, Buccaneers. The former second rounder technically competed with Baker Mayfield to replace the retired Tom Brady as Tampa Bay starter, but he's still thrown just 9 NFL passes and isn't necessarily built to improvise from the pocket. And anybody that can't beat out Baker Mayfield cannot play on my Browns team. We twist the knife. Stetson Bennett with the Rams. I know the Rams are not letting this kid go anywhere. Matthew Stafford's injury history is just, it's like Lamar's of late. Smaller and streaky, the fourth rounder out of Georgia struggled with accuracy even against deep reserves in the preseason. Oh, God, this guy can't even. His accuracy is bad against guys who are probably unloading beer trucks right now. Leaving Los Angeles with wholly unproven insurance behind Matthew Stafford. At least he's within Sean McVay's system. Jake Browning, Bengals, which is another hell no. The former undrafted prospect has spent 4 years on and off practice squads, beating out journeyman Trevor Siemian. Oh my God, you know you suck. Trevor, you know you suck. To back up Joe Burrow. But he's still yet to throw an NFL pass. You know, he wound up throwing some passes, and good Lord, Trevor Siemian, you lost to that guy. His most notable attribute is knowledge of Zach Taylor's offense. So that's what we're looking at concerning the Browns backup quarterback as far as making a trade. Yeah, let's see something here. Positional spending, contracts, tops out, free agents. Let's check the free agents. Let's check the waiver wire. No, let's go 2023, not 2024. And let's go unrestricted free agents. Or better yet, let's go all. Go all types. Okay. Whoops. Forgot to fix that. Sorry. Quarterback. There we go. All right. So let's see here. Player option, club option. So all of these guys. Good Lord. Unrestricted free agents. Okay. Available. All right. All right. So this is who's available. These are the free agents that are available. Carson Wentz, who's 30. Matt Ryan, who's 37. Tom Brady, which he's not coming here. Colt McCoy. Let's see. I'll take a chance on Wentz. I'd even take a chance on Colt McCoy. That is, if there's no hard feelings. I mean, it's new ownership, new front office, everything. I mean, he'd probably be welcomed with open arms, especially if he played as well as he did in Arizona. Joe Flacco, hell no. Nick Foles, people keep saying that, but no. Chase Daniel, no. Trevor, oh no, definitely no on Trevor Siemian. No on Jeff Driscoll. Brett Rippon, is that Mark Rippon's son? No. Will Greer, no. No on John Wilford. Trace McSorley, no. Bryce Perkins, no. Matt Barkley, hell to the no. Chris who? What the what? No. Jake Fromm, are you kidding? Jake Luton, who? No. Recent, no. So the only Carson Wentz, I mean, I was thinking Matt Ryan, but his arm is probably shot. So definitely Carson Wentz and Colt McCoy would be on my first two. All right, they would be the first two I would call. But you probably turn out better if you could trade a 4th round pick for somebody to bring somebody in here just to back up Deshaun Watson and get capable quarterback play. I don't know. Well, that's pretty much all I have for you. I would say go after Tannehill. You could probably get him on the cheap right now. That way you got a guy who is still of playing age. He's still been in the game. He's used to the hits. You don't have to worry about whether he's in shape or not. He just needs to be able to pass the physical. And then you just go on from there. You know, work that phone. Work that phone. You have the space. It's worth it because this is a Super Bowl caliber defense. No telling what this team is going to look like next year. Pull the trigger. Andrew Berry, pull the trigger.